Coach, obviously this game last year was the turning point for this team. Last year, results was different, but in spite of a loss, what can you learn from this game and take away and hope this can be the turning point for this season?
Yeah, look, I thought the last couple of games that, I've been very disappointed probably the way we've defended probably for the last 3 or 4 weeks and definitely have challenged them quite aggressively to be better in that department. I feel like the last couple of games we've come out and shown a level of discipline and execution at a better level. It's not where it needs to be yet. They're a really good offensive team. They're very talented. They score a lot of points. They get you chasing around. They can make you look pretty foolish. I felt like in the first half we kind of got them on their heels a little bit. We were very good with our ball screen coverages and rotations, and we were able to turn them over a little bit and make life difficult for them at times. We did not obviously shoot very well from the foul line in the first half. We did not finish the half very well, turning the ball over, and then we started the half turning the ball over 5 times, like unacceptable. We're extremely disappointed with that. So it just, they got 2 points in transition. They got 11 points in transition in the second half. And so you can't, I'm big about trying to build pressure, through the phases of the game. And when you turn the ball over and you don't make free throws, you just relieve pressure and you can't put pressure on them. And you could see when we turned it over, they got a little bit loose and they got their tails up and started to play a little freer where we had, I feel like, and I have to go back and look at the video, but, it made it tough for them, like they had to really work for things.
Coach, on the defensive end, forced 9 turnovers, end up with no points off of turnovers. What do you take away from that, and what needs to change a little bit on the offensive side after a turnover?
It's obviously running the floor, deep corners. It's getting pressure on the rim with the bigs. It's obviously, like I said, getting guards to run deep into the corners, and then move the ball off a drag ball screen or just off penetration to try and keep them on their heels and keep them moving. I'd have to go back and have a look at it and really dive into that. But yeah, that's obviously an alarming stat, right? 17-0 in that area. But just got to keep chipping. We just got to keep fighting, and we obviously got a tough challenge on the road now with a couple of games and against some teams that are really desperate too. So, we'll see how we respond.
G tied for the team high with 14 points. What were you seeing tonight, and what is the experience like playing against a program that you were such a big part of?
It was good playing against them. Seeing a couple guys that I came up with, helped raise them boys. My young boy TC, he looks good out there. I'm proud of him. Vanderpool, and they got a good program over there, but it was cool.
Gee, pivoting away from this game a little bit, but being here at Charlotte this year, obviously where you came from, you saw them in the building today, but how has this first year been, Charlotte? When we talk back at the preseason tip-off event, just how's this first year been getting used to University City and playing with this program?
I love it. I love my coaches. I love my teammates. Great program.
Coach, as you move forward, talked about the road trip a little bit. Look, just as you digest this game, what's the biggest thing you're going to take away from it and try to improve upon moving forward?
Yeah, I didn't think how, and we kind of touched on this just before, like our transition into offense, like there's 2 phases to it. It's obviously just the transition part of it and running deep and with pace and then getting into offense with pace. I thought that was very poor tonight. Bigs have got to get to their spots. Guards have got to get to their spots. We've got to get into things quickly, and that's what makes this offense effective when you can do that. It was very like start, stop. Okay, now start, and you can't play like that. So we're going to have to clean that up for sure. We generated some shots. We just, we had that patch here. We just couldn't hit anything. And so that just put some pressure on you too, and you just have to kind of, I look at it like this. I think our job is to put our guys in positions to put the defense under pressure that forces rotation, that creates opportunities for them. And I think the guys did a good job of creating opportunities for each other out of it. You just have to be able to then execute it by putting the ball in the hole. And we didn't do that at a good enough level.
Coach, the guy sitting next to you, been a double-digit scorer this season for this team, and another strong performance from him tonight. What stands out to him off the court? Stuff that we don't see from him that's made him such a key player on this team.
Yeah, look, he's he's got a driver, expressive personality. He's a bit of a bulldog in a china shop. Like he's not afraid to say what he needs to say. He came here for that role, and it takes a lot of responsibility and pressure to talk the talk, then you got to go walk the walk. And he's continuing to grow in that space too. And I know he had a strong voice with their program the last 4 years too. He's obviously bringing it here and then also having to perform at a high level night after night. He's had a tough month and a half because he's been hurt. And he just came back just before we played in the Diamond Head out in Hawaii, and probably played a little better than I thought he would, coming off that long break. And so he's just trying to get his legs back into it and get his lungs back into it. And, obviously when you're not playing well, there's added pressure to perform, right? And there is on everybody. But, we'll come back tomorrow at 2 o'clock and get to practice, watch film, and work on some things and get ready for the next game, and then we'll reset and start all over again. So, yeah, look, he's been very good. Like anyone, got to keep continuing to get better and learn new things. And as I say to these guys, I've coached professionally for a long time. A lot of these guys are going to be playing professional basketball next year, and you go from program to program and you learn new systems every single year, and you got to pick it up and execute it, and you got to be real good at it quickly. And so for some of these guys, we do a lot of things here a lot different than what you've done at your other program, and you just have to be wide open to coaching and improvement and accountability. But I'm also very open to listen to what players have experienced at other programs that may help me be better or help us be better. I mean, there's no doubt that program's been extremely successful the last couple of years in particular, and he brings experiences here that he's got to share with this group. And he understands, G understands, but our guys are going to understand what it takes to win to start with, and then to win consistently, and then to win championships. Like, winning's really, really hard, like extremely difficult. I think losing's the easiest thing to do nothing. All right, it's what bad players and bad teams do. But they expect big-time results. It doesn't happen like that. I thought they worked much harder tonight. They worked really physical, but it's not consistent enough. And in a close game like that, which was pretty close, that's the difference.
Thank you all. That concludes tonight's press conference.
All right, guys. Appreciate it.